Hi, we're here to go over today how to get better core stability. You hear this in a lot of our videos. We always say keep the core tight. It's the number one thing that's going to help you get stronger and be able to carry more weight. Because the more your core, your midsection is strong, the more connection you have from your legs to your upper body, and you don't kind of get loose in the middle. My wife, Coach Mara, here today with me.
Hey guys.
I will be demoing. She will be explaining. But realize that a lot of this stuff is not sexy, good looking. I mean, everybody likes to do sit-ups. A lot of these are just holds, but they will reap the most benefits for you in gaining stability throughout your midline and your core. So I'm going to turn it over to Mara. She's going to kind of explain the 3 things we're going to go over today and how to modify them, and we'll go from there.
Cool. Here we go. So, very first thing that we're going to do is what is called a hollow hold. Before we get to that hollow hold, we've got a little bit of a tester for you. That's going to be a crunch for the hollow hold. So, I'm going to have Dave actually do these up on the box so that you guys can see a little bit better in this position. So he's going to jump up here. All right, so he's going to extend his legs all the way out, as you can see there. So his feet are elevated. Obviously the ground, we're probably about 6-8 inches up off the ground, okay? Notice right here, his back is completely flat on the ground, okay? Head's in a nice neutral position. So from here, what he's going to do is he's going to engage his midsection, and he's going to crunch into a core. And I'm sorry, he's going to engage his core and crunch, and then he's going to go ahead and release that core tightness so that he can rest. And then he's going to go again, engage that core, and come on back down. So with doing these core crunches, he's going to do a few more. What we're looking for is we want you to be pushing your low back into the ground. You should feel right there, that low back, right there, okay? Engaging contact with the floor the whole time. Another way that we like to explain this one is act as if someone is actually going to be punching you in the gut, okay? That's that motion right there, okay? So it's that pulling the midsection in, rounding, okay, and really tightening those core muscles.
One thing I like to tell people is think about somebody standing behind you and a string going through your back, and they're literally pulling your belly button in. So as you go in, they're pulling you back through with like a string through your belly button.
Another good visual for you guys. Okay, so those are the crunches. We want you to be able to hold that hollow crunch at the top when you are actually engaging for about 15 seconds. 30 would be really good, okay? And then we're going to get into the hollow hold. So what Dave's doing right now is a hollow hold. You want to be able to hold this position for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to add a little bit of spice to it.
It's way spicy already. My stomach's burning over here.
It works quick. All right, so once you feel like you've mastered that hollow hold, you can hold that position for 30 seconds with your arms at your chest. Those arms are going to come out in front, okay? You're working there, and then eventually we're going to get those arms all the way overhead, even with our ears holding there
that's
in that
burning.
position.
That's burning. I'll try it one more time.
Ooh, this is spicy.
So there it is, guys.
Oh.
That is what the hollow hold looks like.
Oh.
Another movement that we want you working on is the plank. So for the plank, you can do this at the same time with the hollow holds. Just be aware that the positioning and the plank, when you get tired, you have the ability to come out of that nice, tight core hollow position and kind of start to look like a mountain, if you will. There it is, which we don't want to see. So that's where we're starting with those hollow holds. All right, so for the plank, you can do this in one of two ways, okay? Very first way is on your hands so that you have your wrists on the ground. The shoulders are going to be stacked on top of the wrist if you're in this position and you're in the nice straight line. The other way you can do it is dropping down to your elbows. Same thing, shoulders are going to be stacked on top of your elbows for this. From there, choose the position you like. You're going to tighten your core just like the hollow hold, okay? You're pulling that belly button in as if someone's punching you in the gut, okay? Nice and tight. Holding there. You're working on building for 30 seconds, being able to hold this position, okay? Again, we don't want to see that mountain where your butt goes up into the air.
She wants me there all day.
He's got great abs, so he can hold it. He's just messing around with you guys. All right, next one. Once you're able to hold the plank for 30 seconds, you're able to hold the hollow hold for 30 seconds, we're going to move into a little bit more of an advanced movement. It's called the tuck hold. So for this, you want to have a nice, stable, sturdy surface. We're going to use the box for this one. And so that you have a little bit more of an elevation, we grabbed just from our garage some pads so that he can get a little more height up off of the box for this.
You guys can use, I mean, you can use a box. So the L hold, what it looks like in full is I would have my hands on that box, lift my butt off, and extend my legs while keeping that core tight. Sometimes it's really hard to get that height off. So if you want to get something stable, you can do 2 chairs. You can do some pieces of wood. As we said, we just kind of grabbed some pads out of the garage to show you. But
yeah, and that L hold he just showed is what we are looking for you guys to achieve. We're starting with the tuck hold though. So he's in a nice straight position. The shoulders are stacked right on top of the wrists, on top of the arms for this. Okay, he's going to have a nice tight position for this. So he's going to extend, driving through the earth, through those pads, lifting his butt up off the box. His knees are bent, ankles are down. We're in that nice tuck hold position. You should be able to hold this tuck position for at least 15 seconds. Once you're there and you're able to hold that, then you can start working on extending those feet out a little bit at a time, until you're in that L hold right there.
oof, you guys can probably see on the video I'm shaking. This is it's really good for the abs, but very challenging.
One thing that might surprise you as you start straightening those legs, you might start to feel that in your quads as well. Yes, you're working a few things there.
There's a reason for that. Your abs actually connect down into your legs. So it crosses your hip, and those abs actually come down here. So you working the lower abs is actually using the hip flexors, which cross that joint. So you will start to feel it in your legs. In fact, when you get to the L position, if you actually get your legs out there, what I always explain to people is you really want to focus on, as the legs drop, is firing the legs or the quads. So you want to kind of act like you're straightening out the legs to engage the quad and get those hip flexors.
All right. So those are the 3 things that we want you working on in order to work that core stability, get that core strength going. that's what we've got for you today. Can't wait to see you guys back. In the meantime, stay strong, stay fit, and stay healthy. We'll see you around.
Have a good day.